Well, kia ora everybody, and welcome to Owen Delaney Park here in Taupo for day 2 of the NZRL's National Youth Tournament for 2023. Upcoming match for you in just a few minutes' time will feature the Mid-Central Vipers up against the Waikato team in the girls 16s age group. We have 4 games to be played in this first round this morning before we know the semi-finalists, which are coming up in this afternoon's session. So we're looking forward to bringing you 4 games again on today's live stream. And as you can see, unfortunately, the weather has packed in here at Taupo today. We have a wet day, unfortunately, with some pretty strong winds blowing as well. And we can tell you the forecast today is going to be the same all day. We've got rain, possibly heavy, fresh southeasterlies easing this evening, a high of 13 degrees today. So not ideal conditions for all of these matches today. But that's the beautiful thing about rugby league. You just get stuck in and get going no matter what is happening. So we have the Mid-Central Waikato game kicking off in just a few minutes' time. Can tell you Mid-Central come into this game having won one of their 2 games. They had a really good win over Auckland yesterday by 16 points to 6. Tremendous result for Mid-Central Rugby League, which encompasses the areas Hawke's Bay, Taranaki, Manawatu, Whaanui, and couldn't back it up with a win over Wellington in their second game yesterday. They lost that one by 22 points to 8. But 1 win, 1 loss for Mid-Central Vipers is a pretty decent effort. Meantime, the Waikato team, well, they've played 2 games and had a loss to Wellington, 22 points to 4, and then had a tight loss to Auckland, 8 points to 6 in their second game. Not much to separate the 2 teams in that match. So based on the results, this one should be a pretty even contest to wrap up Pool B in the 16s division this year. We have 3 teams in Pool A as well. Counties Manukau, South Island and Akarana. So after these results over the next hour, we will have our semi-finalists from these 7 teams. We'll be able to give those to you a little bit later on in the morning. But after 11 o'clock, we then move to the 18s division to sort out the semi-finalists in that section as well. 20-minute halves in these games, and then we'll be into the semis this afternoon. So that's where we are here in Taupo today. Reminding you too that finals day is coming up tomorrow here in Taupo. We'll have the grand final in the 16s division and the grand final in the 18s division before moving to Rotorua on Wednesday, where we'll begin the boys tournament for 2023. So these 2 teams just going to toss the coin to see who's kicking off, which direction each team will play, and we'll be into this fixture. Great to have Mid-Central here this year again, and the bulk of their players, as I go through them here, are made up of Manawatu players, but we do have a good sprinkling of Hawke's Bay players who have made the cut this time. Of course, we saw the Hawke's Bay team at the District 9s go pretty well, actually, at Easter, and can tell you that 4 Hawke's Bay players will be featuring in this game, and a couple from Taranaki as well, Charlie Lamert and Matty White. The rest of them are from Manawatu. So we're looking forward to seeing them give it a crack. And well done to the coaches of both teams too. Nui Riranui of the Mid-Central team, and Alistair Taha Williams is out there again today for his team, the Waikato 16s coach. Yeah, Waikato we saw yesterday playing Wellington, losing 22 points to 4. Just outclassed in that game. Wellington look a good side. In fact, both their 16s and 18 teams look solid from the capital city, which is good to see. So I'm sure we'll be featuring, well, they will be featuring in the semi-finals and arguably the finals of both divisions tomorrow. We'll see how those semis unfold later today. So the Waikato team come forward and they're going to kick off. So southeasterly breezes, so the wind is going to pretty much come across the field towards our camera position. So no, the wind is not really going to favour either of these two teams. As we get this game underway, thank you for joining us here on the NZRL's YouTube channel. We hope you enjoyed all the action yesterday and are going to enjoy it today with these two teams going at it here. Mid-Central with the first set of the game. And I'm sure we'll get all these players getting stuck in here. But obviously the challenge for both teams is going to be secure with the ball. Keep the ball nice and tight. I don't think we'll get too much adventurous play, although I've been proven wrong on that many occasions with that sort of stuff before. And right now here are the Vipers spinning it nicely out to their winger, who is Melina Leatherby-Miller. She got a try yesterday in the second game that Mid-Central played against Wellington. But she's just been thrown into touch there. So Waikato are going to get the opportunity to come forward. They're going to be about 40 metres out to start this set. Good tackle coming in by Mid-Central's hooker, Mariah Nichols. And now here comes Sarsfield, who showed out yesterday in their game against Wellington. Alexis Sarsfield. Looking for a penalty too there was Sarsfield, but couldn't get the break. See, the field's in actually really good condition here in Taupo, and having a walk on it yesterday will be able to absorb the rain pretty well, you think. Now, Mid-Central's team not really moving up in defence there. Sapphire Harris, who was also a try scorer yesterday, has got the ball. She scored in that game against Auckland. Waikato's only try scorer in that game, as we see Katyal Raihi set it up. Here's the kick coming from Elkington. And it's bouncing nicely here for Mid-Central. And now Kaya Brooks taken down about 10 metres out from the line. So that was a really good set from Waikato. Always good to start or finish a set by putting the ball on the opponent's goal line. And that's exactly what they did through that excellent kick from Elkington. Now Sweetman. Tamaya Sweetman from Manawatu. Scored 2 tries in the win over Auckland yesterday. Nice draw and passing from Sophie Parker-Cornelius. The timing of passing, as we know in rugby league, is critical. If you can pass it just before you engage the line, that's how to do it. That's a good kick downfield. Back goes Harris. She's forced all the way back here, and there's a good kick chase too from Mid-Central. Well done from Sweetman. So a really good set of 6 there from Mid-Central, ending with a really good kick. Thompson Blake it is, and there's going to be a penalty against Mid-Central, and not bad play there from the winger for Waikato is Tiana Hill, and they're just going to take the tap. Spank you very much. What a shot there from Mid-Central's 13, Talatonu. And now here's Mihi Kerr, who's a pretty tough player. One of Waikato's more experienced players. Here's Sarsfield going over the halfway line. Elkington standing nice and close to the ruck for Waikato. Good charge into the line from Katyal Raihi once again. Tihi is at dummy half. Elkington again. Out it comes to Toko. Good run from Toko. Waikato looking solid in this set. Tihi again. Now here's Elkington. This kick's going to be important. Oh, it's play on. Here's a chance for Harris. Just short. Great try-saving tackle coming in from the Mid-Central Vipers there. And now Daniels for Waikato. Daniels getting very close. Tihi at dummy half again. Tihi! Oh, she got it down on the line. Yes. Referee's just going to double check. Looks pretty good. Oh, ruled a forward pass. Right at the end there. Or maybe there was just a little bobble. See if we can pick it up here. Oh, yeah. Looked like she might have just bobbled there as she put the ball down. That's hard luck from Breeze Tihi. She's so close to scoring that try. So Mid-Central Vipers are going to survive that wonderful set from Waikato. And that rain really quite solid at the moment. Going to be some heavy falls today. But so far the quality of rugby league's been excellent. And check this out from Thompson Blake. Thompson Blake, can she beat Harris? Great play from Harris running back there to grab Thompson Blake. That was a superb run by her. Oh, was that player offside? Yes, not square at marker. But I tell you what, the greater scheme of things, that's not a bad penalty to give away. It's now going to buy Waikato some precious time here to get their defensive line set. It's exciting rugby league coming from both teams here. They look very evenly matched. Oh, the kick hasn't found touch. What a blow there for the Vipers. Oh, but then Waikato make a mistake as well by running out of real estate. So Mid-Central are going to get a scrum feed, or in fact possession rather, in a nice attacking position here. Matheson Julian is going to play the ball. Another one of the Manawatu players. Now here comes Rose Dean, one of the big charging front rowers. Eva Rose Dean. Slotting into dummy half is Lamert. And now here comes Sweetman. She's comfortably handled by the Waikato defence. Lamert again. Looking for space on the left edge. And Waikato's defence has drifted very well, but staying in the field to play just Mid-Central. That was a close call there for Brooks. Good tackle from Kerr on Parker Cornelius. But Mid-Central now have the chance to get the opening try. Thompson Blake feeding the very impressive back rower Talatonu. Mid-Central still hammering away. Anaha with the kick. Oh, good defence from Waikato, and unfortunately it's just dropped there by Waikato. Real close call there from Hill. So they're going to go back for a penalty. No, they're not. They're going to have a line drop out. So here comes Mid-Central again. Can they turn this dominant field position into points? Talatonu with the offload. Great tackle again from Daniels for Waikato. So both teams have good pride in their lines here. Toko, no, in fact, that's a good little handoff there from Thompson Blake. So Mid-Central still with the opportunity. Is White driving close. Now driven back by Waikato. It's still alive. The tackle incomplete. Mid-Central. Oh, Waikato again. Hold on here. Lamert was going close. Now a dive at the line from Sweetman. And Sweetman's going to score finally for Mid-Central. And some brave defence there from Waikato to hold out for the length of time they did. But there's the first try, and it's come from Tamaya Sweetman of Manawatu. Got the arms free, and she's got her third try of the tournament. So it's 4-0 to Mid-Central in what looks a very even contest. So here's the conversion attempt coming for Mid-Central. It's Kailani Anaha from Hawke's Bay. She's got 2 goals in the first game. Yesterday, their win over Auckland, and she's nailed that one. So 6 points to 0 to the Vipers. 20-minute halves in these games, so we have 10 minutes to play until half-time. And here's the try again, Sweetman. Love how she got her arms free there. And unfortunately for Waikato, Katial Raihi just couldn't seal off the ball from the try being scored. So 6 points to 0, but a very competitive game. If I was in that Waikato camp, I would not be discouraged. There's plenty of good aspects to their game so far. And only an error maybe down this end of the field will get them right back into the contest. But Parker Cornelius has got it under control for Manawatu. And play on's going to be the call as Charlie Lemert again feeds out to Matheson Julian. Te Waikoko, Matheson Julian, hard-working back rower. Not much size to her, but she's got plenty of heart and courage. And now Talatonu, liking the look of Danica Talatonu. She looks solid. Look at that. She's a strong player. And she has got good acceleration as well. She looks a promising, very promising prospect. Here come the Vipers again. Right on halfway. And now Emerald to Hiwai Paulson it is with the ball. Playing in the centres. Well, wobbly old pass. Parker Cornelius knocks it on. That might be the opportunity that Waikato are going to looking for, and they're going to get a scrum feed here. A full set of 6-2. So they'll be able to move forward here. The last couple of sets we've had from Waikato, they've looked pretty solid. So Sapphire Harris is going to feed the scrum. See, both teams are well coached, aren't they? They've got the good fundamentals of rugby league going on here, which is very important. Harris now to settle it down for Waikato. Here's Sarsfield again. Good tackle by Parker Cornelius on Sarsfield. Tough conditions for these players, isn't it? Here's Riley Aspinall. Oh. She's been backslammed mid-central, defending pretty solidly in the set. Toko. Now to Elkington. And now here's Daniels. And that's been lost by Tiana Hill. And they'll go back to the middle of the field. So Waikato probably a touch disappointed they didn't do a bit more with that set. But hand the admiration to mid-central for their defence there. They certainly stepped it up. Talatonu feeds the scrum. Mid-central want to come away here again through Anaha. Lemert again a dummy half. Kick early in the count. Not a bad tactic in these wet conditions. Oh, the bounce would have been brilliant right there for Sweetman, but she just missed it. Opportunity missed there for the Vipers. Now can Waikato take advantage here? Parker Cornelius is working really strongly in defence for her team. Throwing herself into the action for Waikato is Janice Hona. Good run from her. Elkington. Bring these big ball runners into play again for Waikato. Elkington again. Nice pass. Good offload to Tihi. And Tihi's up over the halfway. Better set coming from Waikato in this one. It's Harris. Lines up the open side as it turns out. And now Katial Raihi. That was a good run from her. In fact, it was Mihi Kerr again. Good run from Kerr. Now Elkington. Bouncing ball is a little tricky for mid-central's winger, who's back there. It is Brooks. Kaya Brooks. Well played. And now here comes mid-central again. Leatherby Miller. The other winger taking a run there. Now here comes Tamaya Sweetman. She's very elusive. And here comes Sweetman again with another break. right on the halfway line. Brooks, back to Lemert. Good footwork by Lemert. Nicely taken by her opposite number, Maria Elkington. Settle it down in midfield for Maddie White. Taranaki player, one of two in this 17 today. Lemert is the other. There she is, the other Taranaki player. Giving it out to Anaha. And it's straight down the throat of Sapphire Harris, who's very nicely positioned. But the chase is good from Mid-Central, who've defended very well in these first 16 minutes, not to concede any points. Waikato, remember, have been very close to scoring with just that tiny little bobble. As Tihi tried to score in the opening few minutes. Duff with the ball for Waikato. And now here's Sarsfield again. Good acceleration into the line. Tihi. Now Elkington. Nicely done by Janice Horner. She's on the 30. Elkington. Again goes high. Good tactic in these wet conditions. And there is the benefit of putting it high in these very heavy rain now here in Owen Delaney Park. And here's this run earlier from Sweetman. Got some good players. Mid-Central, haven't they? Sweetman looking good in the centres. Also, we mentioned Tolotonu, who's playing in the 13 jumper. Lemert, a lively dummy half player as well. And that's just three players who have looked promising in this Mid-Central team. But what an opportunity here for Waikato to level the scores up. With a full set, just 10 metres out. And off goes Mihi Kerr. Kerr. And Kerr. Penalty's been given. Was that a try? Oh no, it's actually going to be for Mid-Central. So Kerr just seeking a bit of clarification from the referee. So an infringement there. Now Sweetman again. Mid-Central again. Here they come. Tough meters, great offload. The Vipers doing well to get off their own line again. Good run right there from Waiwai. And now here's Parker Cornelius again. No, not. It's Maddie White. Lemert. Good fundamentals as now Parker Cornelius takes it to the line. Offloads beautifully. And that's gone forward. And unfortunately, that was where it'll end there for Mid-Central as the teams go to half-time. So just the one try in the contest so far. And it is gone to Tamaya Sweetman for Mid-Central, converted by Anaha. It is 6-0.
faced.
Kia ora. Let's get you ready to go out there and have an epic rugby league game. But first things first, let's have a A simple warm-up is a game changer. Not only will it improve your performance, but it will reduce the chances of you getting an injury. And if you want to skip the sore muscles, don't skip the cool down. Now, tackling is a big part of the game, so don't cheat on the technique. A good tackle technique will help keep everyone safe. Collisions happen all the time, so it's important to know how to spot a concussion and what to do if it happens to you or a teammate. Sweet as, have a then go get into it.
At Pertec, we understand that our customer needs their plant and equipment up, running and available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Using only world-class product from the likes of Bridgestone and Yokohama, there is no compromise for your valuable machines. Our attention to detail and precision is second to none. It's this customer experience that separates Pertec from the pack. Pertec, we'll keep you operating.
So 6 points to nil at half-time between Mid-Central and Waikato in the 16s National Youth Competition girls match. Mid-Central can wrap up a semi-final spot if they win this game. And they've got a slight advantage over a gallant Waikato team so far. So let's see how we go with the second half. 20 minutes of rugby league here at Owen Delaney Park in Taupo. And here comes Waikato with the first possession. And you can see, it's a great gang tackling right there from Mid-Central. Straight into it again is Parker Cornelius. There's been some good players showing out here for Mid-Central. Sarsfield again takes a hit up for Waikato. Now Kerr looking to inject herself into the line again. This very good back rower. Good work from Elkington. Here's an opportunity for Waikato. Hoping they can stay in field. They must have only just stayed in field over there. Duff has done brilliantly to stay in field. Now Kautial Raihe up to the 40 she charges. A little dab from dummy half from Tihi. She got so close to scoring. Remember, Waikato have been over the line twice in this game, but both tries were denied by the referee. Elkington with the kick. They've gone 70 metres there, Waikato. Dangerous bouncing ball, and in the end, good chase on Kaya Brooks. Again by Waikato. Plenty of energy from Daniels chasing there. Now Sweetman's going nowhere. Waikato looking to urge or get an error out of the Waikato team down this end of the field as we see Taupo take that next carry. And now up comes Mid-Central again. To Hawaii, Paulson with that carry. Again, they've done really well. Both teams' composure has been very good in this game. Now Harris going all the way back here for Waikato. Here's a good charge into the line from Dylan Kautial-Raihe, who in the end did pretty well to gather the ball there for Waikato. Now Harris again. Finished off nicely by Parker Cornelius. She's working really well. Oh, was that a little knock on? It was. Hunter Haley with just the slightest of nudges forward at that play the ball. And that was an error that Mid-Central were hoping for. Just wondering if one of the Waikato players is going to be sent for a head injury assessment. Just thinking it might be Sapphire Harris back out there, the number 1. Might have been from that tackle where Parker Cornelius came over the top and finished her off pretty solidly. Nothing illegal in the tackle. It is Harris who's going off. And reminding you that NZRL are looking at concussion very closely. And there is basically a strict rule here that if you go off for an HIA with only a 3-day tournament, you're not going to play any more games. So hopefully Harris, that might be her tournament done, which will be a real shame for Waikato. Here comes Parker Cornelius. I know that was the policy at the New Zealand Secondary Schools tournament, which was held a couple of weeks ago up in Auckland. There goes the kick from Mid-Central, and there's Thompson Blake with that kick. Still here for Mid-Central. Is that a fresh set? Mid-Central right on Waikato's line now. Now Sweetman got the try in the first half, the number 4. Good defence from Waikato. They've got to watch her closely. Lemert. Thompson Blake again. Kerr in there making the tackle for Waikato. It'll be tough for Waikato to come back if Mid-Central can score here. Here's Parker Cornelius, who's been excellent in the game. Waikato defending their line pretty well so far in this set. Lemert. And it's been dropped there by Tolatonu. Now, that's a real bummer for Mid-Central. Danica Talitonu, one or two back rower. Waikato again survive. Some good gutsy defence by the Waikato team on display once more. Reminding you that coming up at 11 o'clock, the next game we will have is in the 18s division. It's Auckland versus Akarana. They're looking forward to that clash. Two Auckland teams going at it. Here's Kerr off the back of the scrum. That is going to be a ripper of a game. We've got a lot of players that have played with and against each other over the last few years in that contest coming up. So it should be a really good matchup. So Waikato continue through Elkington. Good play from them. That was Daniels. Well defended though. Lahania Daniels. Again, nothing flash from Waikato as they look to get to the halfway line. It's a good tactic. Good run there by Katia Duff. Elkington looking for space. She's found some. Going back for Mid-Central under a bit of pressure. There's Leatherby Miller. Leatherby Miller. Into the heavy traffic she goes. Good return of the football by the winger, Melina Leatherby Miller. Now here's Sweetman with the next carry. Oh, she's run right round them again, Tamaya Sweetman. Tuhiwai Paulson at dummy half. Good tackle coming in from Waikato's number 12 that time. Jahaya Katuuraine. And now Mid-Central pounded up through YY. Shakaria YY, good run from her. Nichols. Now to Parker Cornelius. This is good play. Unfortunately dropped there by Thompson Blake. Again, that was looking likely for Mid-Central. Now the referee's going to come back for a penalty. So more defending coming for Waikato. And again, it's going to be excellent field position here for Mid-Central. So Talatonu for the Vipers. Gives it straight away to Waiwai. Lemert again. And now Talatonu. Big ball runner. Talatonu. She's just short. Very close. Parker Cornelius. Here's Thompson Blake. And over to score. The second try is Kaya Brooks. Good work by Mid-Central. And they lead now 10-0. Good work by them. Parker Cornelius again, timing the pass nicely. Nice little inside run there, just to confuse the defence for Matheson Julian. And finished off by Brooks, who's got her first try of the tournament, 10-0. Waikato have not been rewarded with any points so far, but this game could have easily gone their way. Remember, as I touched on earlier, they've been over the line twice in the first half, only for both tries to be scrubbed by the officials. And with 12 minutes to play, it's going to be tough for Waikato to come back now, especially if Kailani Anaha from Hawke's Bay, who's going to line up this kick if she's successful with it. It's going to be a very tough kick. Wide out in these wet conditions. I can tell you that rain has just eased off a little bit for the meantime. So always going to be a tough conversion there, attempt for Anaha. So score will remain 10-0 with 11:20 to play. Waikato still got time here with 11 minutes left to do something special. They just need to continue with their hard work on defence. Try and get some field position. But Mid-Central's defence has been pretty solid so far in the game. So Mid-Central again. Here's Parker Cornelius. Lots of touches. Very prominent performance from her in this game. Tackled her heart out as well. As we see Brooks, the try scorer. Move up to the 30. In fact, that's the 40-metre line. And good gutsy run there by Matheson Julian. As they go over the halfway line now, Lemert looking to run the ball here. Well, it's been dropped. And that's going to be Waikato possession. So that's the era that Waikato are looking and needing. Now they just have to take their opportunity and execute. Off the back of the scrum comes Kerr. Well, thank you for watching on our YouTube channel here, the NZRL. Hope you're enjoying the game. Guten Tag, Adam Beckett, who's just dropped a note from Germany. He's watching in Germany. Kia ora, Adam. Hope you're having fun over there. I don't know what time of the day it is over there at the moment. In fact, I do. It's about midnight over there at the moment. So thank you for dropping a note there on the YouTube channel. I'm glad you're enjoying the coverage. Might need some sleep soon. If he does an all-nighter, he'll be up watching another 3 games. Well, who knows? Let's have a look at Waikato now. And coming forward was Katiel Rahe. See if they can execute here. Really hope for them that they're going to get on Mid-Central's line here. Apply more pressure. Kerr takes the gap. But again, Parker Cornelius in there to stop that one dead. She's tackled really well. Now Daniel's going to wind up here. And then who's in there again? You know who, Parker Cornelius. Kerr again handling for Waikato. Elkington. Right off, there's a solid one. Daniels comes back on the inside again. Well, good run, in fact, from Aspinall it was. Now Kerr. Well, that's going to bounce anywhere. Good hands there from Daniels. Still the last, though, is Elkington. Good catch from Kaya Brooks. Again, good defence for Mid-Central. Keeps out Waikato. You've got to hand it to Mid-Central here. They have played with very good commitment and resilience. And to be fair, Waikato are right there in those aspects of rugby league with them as well. Lamette with that run. Tihi it was, or rather it was Nichols at dummy half, the number 9. Lamette in again. Nichols, first receiver. Back on the inside comes Tolatonu. Again, the fundamentals of rugby league and on display here in both teams, which is very, very encouraging for the sport as we see Honatapu now on the field, the number 19, one of the Hawke's Bay players for Mid-Central. Good chase from her as well, and an excellent chase too from Diaz Gabriel. Good tackle from Honatapu. She's out there to have a crack. And a third straight tackle from her. How good is that? Waikato going nowhere here. There goes the kick from Mihi Kerr. Trying to get maximum distance on it. And actually it's going to roll into touch from Kerr. But a really good defensive set for Mid-Central right there for them to keep Waikato pinned on their 40. And, of course, at the head of all that was Cannons Honatapu, who made 3 tackles in a row. Oh, the little old mousetrap play is on display here. Here we see Rose Dean charge forward. Tolitanu again, late offload is a beauty for Matheson Julian, who just can't quite do the same for Kyle Brooks, but a penalty. Referee coming back here for another infringement against Waikato. And you'd think one more try is going to end it here with 5 minutes to play. Mid-Central full set right here, and it's Sweetman going for the line. Is she over to Maya Sweetman? Looks pretty decent. In fact, there it is. And Mid-Central have done a great job to just wear down Waikato in this game. And Sweetman's got her second try of the contest and her second double of this tournament, having got 2 tries against Auckland in an encounter yesterday. So Sweetman over. And all the props go to Mid-Central again, and that should make the game safe for them. With the line now 14-0. It's going to be change of goal kicker here for Mid-Central. Honatapu is going to be challenged here. Breeze just getting up a touch as well, just to make it extra challenging for her. Look at those trees in the background. You've got to love it, don't you? So touched on the breeze from the southeast today. So she's basically kicking right into the teeth of the wind there. The southeast direction, pretty much across the field towards our camera operator, Mark, who's doing a sterling job out there today. So 14 points to nil with 3 minutes to play. Also got to give a shout out to one of the mid-central players, Priya Plail, who's unfortunately out of the tournament with an HIA. She did get on the field yesterday. She's back home in Manawatu now, and her mum's just texted in on the chat line saying she's safely home and enjoying watching the game. So, and why not too? Her teammates are doing her proud, aren't they? 14 points to nil. And it is a tough rule, that one. Any HIAs, you're out of the tournament, with it just being a 3-day competition. But really, the health and well-being of players is so super important, isn't it? For Waikato, we can see what they can do here. That was Morgan. And this is going to be a tough result for Waikato to take. They've actually played pretty well in the game. You know, the conditions have not been easy. But that run there just typifies Waikato's performance in this game. It's not lacked effort. That was a really good run from Daniels. Now Elkington running at the line. Noticed just a touch. That mid-central a little slow to come up there. And a great run by the 7. Elkington. Good rugby league awareness from her there. Haley in the dummy half. Now Kerr again, who's been one of Waikato's better players. Elkington. They look to be played at. That should be a fresh set for Waikato as they try hard to get over the line here. Kerr again for Waikato. How good has this defence been, though, from mid-central to keep the Waikato team scoreless, and they get a penalty there. Excellent work by Mihi Kerr. The game looks safe for mid-central, who look like a second win's coming their way in this competition. 2 wins from 3 for the Vipers. Great effort from them. And Kerr's just going to dive over and get Waikato on the board. So a last-minute try there for Mihi Kerr, and she deserves it too. She's been brilliant in this game. And she scored a try yesterday against Wellington as well. So Kerr gets her second try of the tournament. And it's good reward for Waikato, who've deserved it. Remember, they were very close to scoring 2 tries in the first half. And on another day, they could have easily won this game. So here's Elkington now with this conversion attempt as the clock winds down here on the 16s Pool B match. Good kick. So Elkington converts to try, 14-6. But that will be the last act of the game, with Mid-Central winning the contest 14 points to 6. Great job from them in this Pool B encounter. And depending on the result of the other game in the pool, which is being played at the moment between Wellington and Auckland, they might find themselves in the semi-finals. But there we are, 14 points to 6. 3 tries in the game. Sweetman has 2, Brooks 1. And for Waikato, that last-minute tries we just saw to Mihi Kerr. So well done to the Vipers. Our next game coming up at 11 o'clock. So in around 14 minutes, it's going to be an all-Auckland battle between the Auckland Vulcans and the Akarana Falcons in the 18s. We'll see you then.